Hello, this is percentage lesson 1.7. In this I will continue with percentage more and less. Now x is 40% more than 300. As I told you in the previous lesson, these kind of question can be solved in three ways and you must know all the three ways because they are very important. Now either you can solve like this: x is equals to 300 plus 40% of 300. Now you must be able to solve this without much writing. Now 300 will be as it is. Now what would be 40% of 300? 10% of 300 would be 30. 40% would be 4 times, that is 120. So 300 plus 120, answer would be 420. This is a simple straight way to solve this question. Or second method is x is equals to 300 plus 40% of 300. You can write it as 100% of 300. This method you must know. But if actually we have to solve this kind of question in exam, this is the better method, the straight one. But you must know how to write in a different format. 300 plus 40% of 300. Now everything is 100% of itself. So this is equals to 100% of 300 plus 40% of 300. This will become 140% of 300. Now convert this into percentage to the decimal. 140% means 140 by 100, that is 1.4 times of means multiplication into 300. So answer would be 1.4 times 300 would be 420. This 1.4 is very important. You must know when x is increased, 300 increased by 40%, what will come in the multiplication of 300? 1.4. And third way, you can also apply the fraction part. X is equals to 300 plus 40% of 300. 40% is what fraction? You must know that. 20% is 1 by 5. When I say 20%, this is 1/5 of a fraction. 20% means 20 by 100, that is 1/5. So 40% is 2/5. So 2 by 5 into 300. Again 5, 60, 60 into 2, 120 plus 300, answer is 420. So you must know all the three ways to calculate x when x is 40% more than 300. Now second question you should try to solve first by yourself, then look at the way I have solved. Now y is 20% less than 240. How I will write this? Y will be equals to 240 minus 20% of 240. Now there are again three ways to solve. Either you can solve as it is, 240 minus 20% of 240 would be how much? 10% of 240, that is 1/10 part, is 24. 10% is 24. So 20% would be double, that is 48. So 240 minus 48, you will get 192. This is a simple straight way to solve. Or you can solve in a decimal way or fraction way. The decimal, I am just writing decimal way. 240, everything is 100% of itself. So 240 is 100% of 240. This is 100% of 240 minus 20% of 240. You don't have to write that much in exam. I'm just writing in order to explain you. 100% minus 20%, you will left with 80% of 240. Now 80% is 0.8 times into 240. 80% means 80 by 100, that is 0.8. So 0.8 into 240, your answer will still be 192. And what about this fraction way? You can solve with this. 240 minus 20% is what fraction? This 20% is 1/5. 1/5 of 240. So you will get 240 minus 1/5. Either you can see that this is 4/5 of 240, or you can solve straight away. So answer will be still 192. So for this kind of question we have three ways. Either you can simply solve just by basic method. There is a decimal method and there is a fraction method. All are very important, I am telling you, and it depends on the percentage number as well as the number itself, which method will be most simple whenever we need to calculate. Now question 3 is x is 11 by 9% more than 144. Can I simply say that this is equals to x will be equals to 144 plus 11 1 by 9% of 144. Now simply by simple method, that is using 10%, 100% and 1%, we can't calculate this. So either we have to use decimal or fraction method. By decimal it will be complicated because 100% 144 is 100% of itself. So by adding this will become 100% of 144 plus 11 1 by 9% of 144. You will get 111 1 by 9% of 144. This will not solve our purpose because if we convert into decimal it will be very complicated. This becomes 1000 by 9. This decimal, it's very difficult to write this part. So very important. That's why I told you it's very important to remember all the three ways. So this question will be best solved by fraction method because 144 11 1 by 9% is simply 1 by 9. 1 by 9 is 11 1 by 9%. So fraction of 11 1 by 9% would be 1 by 9 into 144, and that would be simple. So 1 9 16s are 144. This is 16. So 144 plus 16 would be 160. So in this particular question, fraction method is very important. You must know all the three methods. Question 4, try to solve yourself, then look at the way I have solved. X is 9 1 by 11% less than 143. Again, there will be no use of using the decimal method or simple method. Better is using the fraction method. So x is 143 minus 9 1 by 11% of 143. That is the meaning. X is 9 1 by 11% less than 143. So 143 minus 9 by 1 by 11% of 143. If you don't know the fraction, that will be very difficult question to solve. I'm telling you. So you must know the fraction. 1 by 11 is the fraction of 9 1 by 11%, because if you open this is, you will get 100 by 11%. 11 9s are 99 plus 100 by 11%. Open the percentage, divide by 100, that is you will get 1 by 11. So 143 minus 1 by 11 of 143. This 11 13s are 143. So you will get 143 minus 13. Your answer would be 130. So very important, the fraction method. Now question 5 is 320 is 60% more than y. We need to calculate the value of y. Can I say 320 is 60% more than y? That is y plus 60% of y. That will be the meaning of this. Now again you can apply the decimal or fraction method. When decimal way simply means that 320 is equal to y. We can always write number as 100% of itself. So 100% of y plus 60% of y, you will get 320 is equals to 160% of y. Now 160% simply means that convert this into decimal form. 160% means 160 by 100, that is 1.6 y. So you will get, solving this one, this is 320 is equals to 1.6 is 16 by 10 into y. This is 16, this is 20. So y would be 200. So that was decimal way. Now what is the fraction way? 320 is equals to y plus 60% of y. Y plus 60% is what fraction? We know that, remember the 20%. 20% is 1/5. When I say 20%, this is equals to 1 by 5. So 60%, that is 3 times, would be 3 by 5. So y plus 60 means 60% means 3 by 5 of y. If you add this, y plus 3 by 5, this addition must be very fast. This will be 8 by 5y. Now solving this, 8, this is 40. So y would be how much? This is 200. So answer is 200. Now question number 6 is 450 is 12.5% less than z. What it actually means that 450 is equals to z minus 12.5% of z. That is its meanings. Now either you can solve in a decimal way or in a fraction way. Decimal way, it would be 100% of z. I am not writing this time. I am just telling you z means 100% of z minus 12.5. So 100% minus 12.5, this would be 87.5% of z. So this will be a bit complicated. So better to use a fraction method. So z minus, what is 12.5%? This is equals to 1 by 8 of z. So z minus 1 by 8 z, you will get 7 by 8 z. Now what was this? This was 450. So 450 is equals to 7 by 8 of z. So z would be how much? 450 into 8 by 7. This will come in the fraction part. And there you can leave the answer, or you can solve as according to the answer given. You can leave as it is. This will be answer. Now question 7, try to solve yourself. 480 is 60% less than x. So can I say that 480 is equals to x minus 60% of x. Again, two ways, decimal or fraction. Decimal way 480. X is what? X is 100% of x. So 100% of x minus 60% of x. You will left with 40% of x. 40% is equals to 4 by 10, 40 by 100 or 4 by 10. This is 480. Now this is 120. So x would be how much? 1200. This is the decimal way to calculate. Now fraction, simply you can calculate. 480 is x minus 60%. 60% is 3 by 5x. This is equals to 2 by 5x. X minus 3 by x is 2 by 5x. This is equals to 480. This is 240. So x would be again 240 into 5, cross multiply. Answer will be 1200. Now last question for this lesson is 80 is 16 by 3% less than z. Again, better to use the fraction method because this is a complicated fraction. 80 is equals to z minus 16 by 3% of z. No use of using the decimal method, because 100% of z minus 16 by 3% of z, that would be difficult to calculate. So decimal method will be a bit difficult. So fraction method would be easy. 80 is equals to z minus, what is this? 16 by 3%. This is 1/6 of z. Can I say z minus 1/6? This is 5 by 6 of z. Now 5, this is 16. So z would be how much? Equal 16 to 6, 96. So z would be how much? 96. So 96 will be our final answer. So that was all about percentage lesson 1.7. In this I have continued with percentage more and less, and this lesson will clear the basics of percentage more and less. Thank you.